Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing a kind of like a first impressions review look with the new ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I am so excited, you have no idea. So what I'm going to do right now is just finish my base, and then I'm going to show you guys the palette, do some swatches for you guys to see. And then we're going to do a look with it and everything. So yeah, I'm also going to compare it with the Subculture one because I know I personally thought when I first saw the pictures and the ABH Instagram page that they kind of look similar to the Subculture. But once I get it in person, I see that not really. So I just want to like compare it, do some swatches and all that stuff. But yeah, let me just do my face first. I'll do my foundation and my whole base. And then I'm going to, you know, switch on over to the eyeshadow. I already finished my base. Everything is already done. Excused the lighting. I'm using the window that's right in front of me. If it looks weird, I'm sorry. I'm gonna prime my eyes using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. What is it called? Is it just that? Eyeshadow primer, yeah. Looks like this. I think you're gonna look at it backwards, I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna just pop that in my eyes. I'm looking at a mirror. Right where you guys are probably not seeing. Okay, and then also just a heads up, I'm gonna do my eyes first with the look that I'm gonna create today, and then I'm gonna insert the swatches on my arms for you guys to see. Just because I know that a lot of people don't really go off of swatches sometimes, since the way that it translates on your finger isn't the way that it translates into your eyes. So I just decided to just put it straight into my eyes, and then I'll just swatch every color so you guys can see if there's a difference or how does it look and all that stuff. And also just keep in mind, I am not a makeup artist whatsoever. I mean, I guess you can tell by the way that I look already. I just really love makeup. Liking Anastasia Beverly Hills products so far. I feel like they work really good for me, and I was excited when I saw this palette. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just decided to put this up. You know, if you guys want to see my review / my thoughts on it, that's awesome, and if you don't, it's okay. You know, like I said, I know I'm not perfect. Don't clock me saying that I look horrible, because I'm learning, okay? I'm not an expert. I don't have any sort of experience other than myself. Alright, so this is what the palette looks like. Ooh, I just blinded you. Let me just put that down. This is what the palette looks like. And what I'm gonna do, it's still daytime, so I don't want to look crazy. So what I think I'm gonna do is go with the Eternal, which is this one. This is gonna be the main focus on my eyelids, the shimmery shade. So I'm gonna do my transition color, which I'm gonna use Unity, which is right here. By the way, I really like these names, by the way. It's right here. I think it looks weirder on the camera, but it's more of a super light cream color. Oh, there's a lot of pigment too. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this so you guys can see, but you know, I also need to see what I'm doing. So I put in 2 taps on it with the brush, and it looks like there is pigment, and not really any fallout, if you can see that. So far so good. I did watch one review of this palette yesterday because I was just too excited. I couldn't wait. And the person that I saw said, I'm gonna link her channel below, by the way, because I think she's really funny and she's really sweet. She said that this one has more of a consistency of the eyeshadows, like the Modern Renaissance. They're not as super pigmented or have a lot of fallout like the Subculture was getting shit for. And I did think so. Like I told y'all before, my Subculture wasn't really that bad when it came to fallout. I felt like there wasn't much fallout on it, to be honest, but it was a little too pigmented to work with. Everything seemed to blend really good except for like a couple shadows that I seem to have a little problem with. Whenever I mix them together, it just, I don't know. I created a look that I don't really remember what it was, but I just didn't like the way that it looked. Everything just seemed to mesh together to form this really weird color, and I just didn't like that, so I wasn't feeling my makeup that day. But all the other colors seemed to work really fine with me. I didn't really have a problem with a lot of fallout, and this one seems to be doing the same thing. Now I'm going to take, since my look is gonna go on based on Eternal, I think I'm going to take Eden all over the lid. I'm gonna, by the way, it does come with the brush that it always comes with. I don't really use that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I just don't really use it. So I'm gonna go with Eden, which is like this, ooh, I accidentally tapped onto Parallel. Eden is like this really beautiful, like corally pink color. It's right here, you can see that. It looks really, really pretty. I did 3 and it's coated. So just do a little bit of that. Again, not really any fallout in the pan itself. So you can do a lot. And like the person that I'm gonna link, the review that I saw yesterday on it, she did 4 looks with this palette and they were all so amazing, and I was impressed. I was like, when I saw that, I was just like, yes, I need this palette even more now, because I really want to try like all those looks, and I just want to do something fun, you know. Oh look, that's good. I always tap off the X's, especially with her palettes, because they do seem to they really are pigmented, and so they kind of pack into the brush. You don't want to go with all that pigment into your eyelid, because then it will be harder to blend out or just harder to control. But I'm sure you guys know that by now. Just building up that color. It's really pretty. I really like this color. It's like a super, on my skin tone, I feel like you can't really tell too much, but it's pretty. I really, really like it. Okay, so that's Eden on both. Excuse my hair. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it. It always looks like that. I was eating all over my eyelids. There you go. And that's how it looks in the pan. Literally nothing. No fallout, no anything. It's the one right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the color Saturn, which kind of looks like a deeper version of Eden. It's right here. It's really, really pretty. I love these peachy colors, to be honest with you. I'm still like in that summer mood where I'm just like, give me all the peachy colors, give me all that. Ooh, that's really pigmented. I dipped in twice on this one. I like that. Okay. I would love to do a halo eye, but I have no idea how to do it. Like whenever I see people do them, I'm like, they look so easy, and then I try and I'm just like, nope, everything just mashes together. Cool, okay. I don't want to go too smoky today because it's still early out in the day and I'm gonna actually go out and do some errands, so I don't want to look like I'm doing like a full-on night look to go do errands, you know. Oh, maybe I should do Obsidian. That's like a black color, right? I should probably deepen up. But see, I'm scared of blacks. I feel like I'm gonna fuck this up, and I really don't want to do that. Because again, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm really not a makeup artist. I just do makeup on myself, and I'm still not even good. I really like it. I think it's very pretty. Now, the question is, do I want to deepen it up with that Obsidian color, which is right here? Like, it's literally, I think, a matte black. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I don't know. Should I do it, guys? Fuck it. Why not? Let's go for it. Here, I did like 2. That's what you get in the brush. And then, oh, yes. That is black. That is very, very black. Alright. How does it look? What do you guys think? Let me see. I'm gonna just try to blend. I'm not gonna build it up because I don't want this to look like a full-on horror, like dark smoky eye. Like I said, still light. I just wanted to add a little bit more dimension. So I think that looks pretty good. Your crease. It deepens out your outer crease. But like in a soft way because I didn't really build it up too much. It looks really pretty. I think I like it. Or good at it, to be honest. I feel like whenever I do a smoky eye, I just look like a raccoon. You know, I really don't like to do like smoky eyes too often because I feel like I can't do them. Whenever I do, I look like a raccoon, and that's only right if it's your costume for Halloween. I don't think any of us wants to look like we have raccoon eyes on a regular day-to-day basis, you know? What I'm gonna do is I always either use a glitter glue base whenever I put on a shimmery shadow like this one. This is the NYX one. Or I just always spray my brush, and I don't want to try it dry because I don't ever do it that way. I always, like I said, either use a glitter glue base, or I always just spray my brush. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spray it, and I'm gonna go with Eternal like I said before. That's gonna be all over my lid. So let's do that. Ooh, so pretty. That's enough. Cool. Okay, let's do this, guys. Oh, that is so pretty. This reminds me like the color in the Subculture one. I forgot what it's called. So pretty, guys. Look at that. And on the other eye, I think I'm going to use my finger only. Should I put a glitter glue down for that one then? Because I always do. Let's do that. Let's just put a little bit. Just to give you a little bit of a difference. Because why not? I know some of you guys would like to see how that is. See, I personally almost always apply my glitter eyeshadows or shimmery shadows with, like I said, glitter glue, or I spray my brush. But lately I've been doing just using my finger. So I always put a little bit of glue, and then I just grab it with my finger. Ooh, that feels so soft. Look how beautiful that is. And I didn't even like swirl it, I just touched it. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. I'm obsessed. And then with my finger, it just, look at that. It looks so pretty. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So now with the brush, I think. Yeah, with the brush, why not? Let's do a little bit of SPHINX. It's like a brownie. So Eternal is more like a coppery glitter, as you can see. And SPHINX is a little more browny. It's like a grayish brown undertone to it. So I'm gonna just lighten up that color with this one. I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna try to put this one in my inner corner, like not inner corner, but like inner part of my eye. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Let me. Okay, there you go. And then just spray that one once more. Grab a little bit more of that. I think because, I don't know, I think this color is getting kind of lost with Eternal. But I can't really see. Can you guys see anything? I can't really see the color that much. That's weird. Oh no, I can see it. I can see it a little bit. It's not totally different. What if I use my fingers? Let's do my finger and see. Oh, that deepens it up a little bit more. It's like you can see it, but barely. I feel like this doesn't really do a change. If you're gonna use SPHINX, you're gonna have to probably do it by itself, or at least not with Eternal, because I feel like Eternal is a little too coppery and bright. It just gets lost in it, and you can't really see a difference because I know it. Okay, so that's it, guys. This is the look that I came up with using the shades that I used. Once again, those were. So I started off with Unity all over my eyelid, kind of just to set the eye primer. I then went in with Eden, which is like that beautiful light pinkish coral, and kind of like my transition color. Then I used Saturn, like all over the lid. That was like I think the most pigmented out of the ones that I've used. And then from there, I just deepened it up with Obsidian, which is the black color, which kinda doesn't really look black on my eyes right now. It looks more like brown. I know that this looks ugly here. Okay, I'm gonna try to clean it up. But I use Obsidian to deepen it up, and then I use Eternal all over my eyelid, which is beautiful coppery shade. Tried to put SPHINX in the inner, but I don't think you can see a difference with it. It looks kind of the same. So I'm gonna go quickly put on some mascara. because I don't use lashes, and then I'll be done. Bye. Guys, so this is the finished look. I already put on some I was gonna say lashes. No, I already have lashes. I went to go put on some mascara because I don't use lashes. I put on some lipstick and some earrings because, you know, why not? I'm really liking this look. I'm sorry, I keep on looking at myself and the thing. I really like this look, actually. I think it looks really, really nice. I do wear glasses because, like I said before, I'm blind and I don't like using contacts, so I wear glasses and I think it still looks really, really pretty. For my mascara, I used the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash, which if you saw my last video, you know that I really, really like this. That's what I use. And for my lower lashes, because I wanted a different mascara for that, because that one, I really like it for my, you know, lashes, but it's so thick. I always ended up getting it on my freaking under eye or like my cheek or just something, because I just couldn't, I don't know, I guess I suck and I couldn't handle it. So I went to Walgreens and I got this Wet n Wild, the Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. And honestly, I really, really like this. I don't think it's waterproof. It doesn't claim to be waterproof, but it really kind of is waterproof. Like, it lasts all day, and look how beautiful the little bristles are. Like, it's perfectly small to be able to get in your lower lash line. I really, really enjoy it. I really like it, and it was like $5, I think. And for my lips, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte lipstick in the color Nudist 354. You see that? You can't see that. 354 Nudist. It's so pretty. It's honestly like the perfect nude, like peachy nude, which I really, really like with this eye look, because I mean, you couldn't really go, I mean, I guess you could go bold and go with like a brown or like whatever you want, but I didn't really want to go too intense because, like I said, it's still morning or afternoon and it's still day out, and I don't want to look like I'm gonna go clubbing because I'm not. So I decided to just go with a nude, and this is like a really nice peachy nude. I really like it. This is actually the first time I tried this color. I used Cookies and Cream the other day, which I really, really like, but it's a little too gray undertone for me, so I just add I forgot which color I used, but I added a little bit of another one like on top just for it to look nice. But yeah, this is the finished look, and now we're gonna move on to swatches. So if you want to look at all that, just keep on watching. For me, I really enjoyed it. I don't really have enough like a lot of follow when it comes to it. It is extremely pigmented, which, like I said, I prefer this Prism palette is more like the Model Renaissance, where it's not as pigmented, but you can still build it up to whatever you need. So this right here is the Prism palette, and it's compared to the Subculture palette right here. As you can see, they are very different. But there are a couple shades that could be kind of interchangeable, and I do think that you can definitely use this palette with the Subculture if you were looking for a look that could be complementary to each other, you know? So for example, the color that I told you guys that I thought looked similar to the Subculture one is this one right here, is Eternal. It's like that coppery shade color right there is really pretty. That one to me reminds me a lot of Adorn in the Subculture palette, which if you can see, I've used this palette a lot. So I'm dig to it. I don't know, it's crazy. But I can show you a side by side for that one just because I think that's the one that looks the most to me like the ones in the Subculture. So I'm going to take Eternal on my finger. It looks like this. And I'm going to put it on my arm. I think I'm going to do it. Ignore this right here. I think I'm going to do it right here. So that's Eternal. And now with a different finger, I'm going to do Adorn from the Subculture palette right here. Let's do that one right there. And then let's do a side by side. There you go. So that they look pretty similar on the pan, but they really are different. Like if you can see, Eternal has a little bit more of that super coppery shimmery shade, and Adorn is a little bit more golden undertone to it. It's not as coppery as Eternal is, but they can be definitely interchangeable. I think if you were doing a look and you were trying to pick which one, you could definitely choose either, or I feel like it wouldn't really make a difference. It would probably achieve the same look you were going for. The brown, Parallel, in Prism right here. It's like that really rich chocolatey color that they also have on the Modern Renaissance. I think that one's called Fudge, which is exactly what it looks like. And it's back on this Subculture ones right here. It looks kind of the same. Let me see if I can do a side by side for you guys. It's totally fine. I mean, I feel like a matte brown color is definitely needed in a palette regardless. But this one looks a little bit more chocolatey one. This one looks a little more dark chocolate. You know, it looks a little more, I don't know why I'm comparing it to food, but you know what I mean. It's a lot darker, basically, Parallel on the Prism than it is on the Subculture one right there. Roxy is a little lighter than Eden is on the Prism palette. So, like I told you guys, Eden's like my favorite shade. It's like that beautiful little corally pinkish color right there. That one looks a lot like Roxy from Subculture, but Roxy from Subculture is a lot more, which is right here. It's a lot more lighter, like if you can see the difference. It's a lot more pinkish undertone. This is a lot more orangey corally. So it's not 100% a dupe or similar, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So basically, if you were thinking about getting one of these palettes, okay. So by now, the Subculture palette has been out for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, I don't know. So a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of mixed reviews when it comes to this palette. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people have a lot of complaints for it. Some of them say that the colors aren't out for them. I totally understand that. So if, you know, obviously if the colors aren't for you, don't get it. I mean, it's self-explanatory. But when it comes to the whole pigmentation and the actual quality of the palette, like I've said it before, it is powdery, but for me it's not to the point where I get it on my pan. Like I don't have anything on my pan. The shadows are still there. I mean, I've used this palette a lot, which is what you can see here. I mean, there's obviously been, you know, used to it. But blendability wise, there's a couple shades, I think Untamed and Axes and a little bit of Mercury that kind of don't really blend the best, but they are super pigmented. Again, that can also be like a double-ended sword, because sometimes you don't really want all that pigmentation. It's kind of harder to work with and everything. But if you were kind of intrigued about getting this palette and you haven't gotten it up until this point, and now, you know, now that we have Prism palette, I think honestly this is a lot better. The quality is a lot more like the Modern Renaissance. It's not super powdery, it's not super pigmented. It is pigmented enough, and you can always build it up, of course. It blends out beautifully into your eyes. Like, you know, I can get this you can get like looks like simple like this, or you can go actually all out and use one of the beautiful more loud colors like Osiris right here, which is beautiful. You can use this gorgeous highlighty color that I know the girl that I'm gonna link her video down below, I saw she used this as a transition color, which honestly I would never think to use that as a transition color, but it blends out beautiful. It's not as crazy highlighty as it looks in here either, so it goes perfect. There's other beautiful colors you can use, like Dimension right here, which is like a purpley gray shimmery shade. Is a lot lighter than that one. And then we have the little mauvey pink, which is my favorite, and you have that green, that pine cream pine tree green that's like perfect for holidays and everything, which is, this is a holiday palette, so keep that in mind. But you can do, it's not like a typical holiday palette where you're gonna have like red, green, and yellow and that's it. No, there's a lot of different colors in here and a lot of different looks that I think you can achieve. Like I said, you can go something simple like a little slight smoky eye with that beautiful like copper bronzy shimmer shade all over your eyes, or you can do something more bold and beautiful. So honestly, if you had to choose between the Subculture or the Prism palette, I would definitely just stick with the Prism palette. Quality wise, I think it's a lot better. It just also, again, depends on the shades. Like, do you look at this palette and think that these shades are for you and that you can make them work and that you think you can do a lot of different looks? Because obviously you want to get your money worth out of a product, you know? So if you just look at this and you're like, I can only do the same look every time I use it, then what's the point of you spending $42? But if you think you can see this and you're like, yeah, I can definitely just use this palette and do different looks, or even if you have to dip into another one, as long as you don't have to basically rely on that one too much, I think this one can definitely, you can definitely get your money worth out of this one. I personally really like it. I think it's a lot better, the quality, when it comes to the whole powdery and pigmentation and blendability issue that she was having before. So I really do like this one. The packaging on this is gorgeous, of course. So yeah, basically I give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, whatever is it that beauty gurus say. I give it that. I really do like it, and if you guys can get your hands on this, that would be awesome. I think you would actually enjoy it if you like the colors and all that stuff. But yeah, that's my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a professional, I don't know anything about how you create a palette or when it comes to the whole chemistry behind it, you know. I just look at the colors, I put them on my eyes. If I can make it work and not take 3 hours, then I think it's pretty good. So I really like this one. But yeah, it's all up to you if you want to get it or not. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and, you know, the swatches and the look that we did together and everything. And I hope that this kind of helped you make up your mind. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I really do appreciate it. I'll see y'all later. Bye.